as soon as I go here with the mouse and just select my song number 2, for example, this change is automatically being triggered. Hello everyone, Toby from abletondrummer.com. Today not with drums but with a bass guitar. I'm not a guitarist or bass guitarist, so don't judge me on that. I created something for the Nano Cortex, the little brother or little sister of the Quad Cortex, which I'd done some stuff before to make this possible to communicate with Ableton Live and to change presets via Ableton Live. If you're using tracks in Ableton Live, you can just quickly go to a different thing here, and that's exactly what I did now for the Nano Cortex. For the Nano Cortex, it is even a little bit more interesting because you don't get a lot of menu and you don't get a lot of access. You only can select 4 presets natively, but with my device here, you are really easy and quickly able to set up automations or some MIDI control here via buttons going up, going down, and you can see this is now being shown on the phone app here as well, on the mobile app here as well. So this is the Nano Cortex preset automator. There's a second device included which lets you repatch certain things from external MIDI controllers to control the Nano Cortex if you want to use it manually. So obviously this is nice for producing. If you just quickly want to go through a few presets, you can rename the presets here as well, so you can create your own menu for your Quad Cortex, for your Nano Cortex, sorry, and you are able to automate the changes here as well. So let me quickly show you how to set this up. So first of all, you want to make sure that in your MIDI preferences, the Nano Cortex, when it is connected via USB to your computer, via hub or whatever, you want to make sure that the Nano Cortex output track port is activated, because you want to select this here in the track 2 menu. So you select the Nano Cortex and you pull the Max for Live device on this track. We're talking about a MIDI track here, and then you already can see and can access those different preset selections via this Max for Live device here. One important thing, Max for Live is included in Ableton Live Suite or can be bought as an add-on towards Ableton Live Standard. If you don't have Max for Live, you can't make use of those devices here or this device here. So it works with Ableton 10, 11, 12 and upwards. It's just an easy, in the background it's easy what's happening, but visually it's like more accessible, and it has a big advantage over the native clip sending program change to options you got in Max for Live, you got in Ableton here. You are actually able, if we go to a clip, if we let's create a new clip here, and we go to the envelope section here that looks a little bit different since Ableton 12, and we want to select the Nano Cortex automation device here, and we want to select the preset knob, and now we are actually able to set up breakpoints here. Just click on the red line, right click, edit value, put in the value, and now I do one more and then I do another one, because we don't want a gradual change, we want a change to go straight to preset number 25 here, for example, and I set this up like this with another dot, because if I wouldn't have this dot here in between, it would go 23, 24, 25, and I want this change to happen here. So if I play this clip now, you can see here that the presets are changing. So there is a small delay here in the change, and the small delay here is happening because the Nano Cortex needs to select the right preset here. So for a live situation, you might want to use a little trick and move those things here a little bit to the front here, so that the preset change is initiated a little bit earlier if you're using it this way. Cool, so obviously you can set this up as well in arrangement the same way, and it has a bigger advantage even here if you're using this via automation. I mean, it really depends on your use case. But if we say we want this to change here, 22, and then maybe go to whatever, 23 here, maybe make this a little bit more up so it's better to see. So if we go here now, and that's another advantage over using the clip to program change stuff in Ableton Live, you are able to change and to send out this change when you are selecting a position in the arrangement. For the clip, native clip, send out program change stuff, you would need to have Ableton Live's transport playing. So you can see as soon as I go here with the mouse and just select my song number 2, for example, this change is automatically being triggered. So the example I'm trying to make here is you're playing your song number 1. This stops now, and now your Ableton Live operator is going to, the person who's controlling Ableton Live, I mean, is going to song number 2. Boom. Transport is still not playing, but your preset changed and you're ready to play in this right preset. You can hit play, or maybe if you play a little interlude, or don't know, if you just want to check the sound real quick before the song starts or whatever. This is possible this way via the automator here. Cool, nice one. Did I forget something? Yes, I quickly wanted to show you what's included in this device here as well. Oh, yeah, obviously MIDI mapping, going up and down. I set this up to those buttons here, so let's pick a few other buttons for the other device here. So I'm actually able, let's change to a different view. I'm actually able to set up some MIDI controls with this second device here as well. If you want to change stuff manually using another MIDI pedal board, you don't want to reprogram all the time, or you want to change presets via your hand, you want to have access, maybe during your rehearsals, you want to have access to more presets and not being tied to your phone or to only the 4 presets you got on here. You could quickly set up things like, let's say we want to trigger preset number 31. We want just hit S here, so the MIDI is going into that track. I'm receiving the MIDI from my controller here. It's going in all the time because I set the monitor to in. I activate number 31 here. I go to S for syncing. I just hit the button or hit the pedal I want to map. This is and speaks MIDI notes, MIDI CC, and MIDI program changes. So if you have an FCB 1010, for example, and yes, you can already use it with the Nano Cortex, but you always need to go up and down to the right slot to do so. So if you want to reprogram that, that takes a little time. With this tool here, you could just send MIDI in, and then you are able, and if we have a look on our device with the menu here, you are just quickly able to set up multiple buttons, stomps here real quick, and save this as a preset, record this as a preset. So you don't need to change all the time presets in here. You don't need to use your phone if you don't need to, if you don't want to. Depends on your use case, obviously. It only makes really sense for people who are using Ableton Live already, I guess. And again, you would need Max for Live included in Ableton Live Suite, or can be bought as an add-on. Those 2 devices are bundled, and you get them from my homepage. As I mentioned already, I've done some stuff for the Quad Cortex. If you use the Quad Cortex and want some automated changes or access the Quad Cortex in a different way, have a look. The link in the video description below will give you all the infos you need. Take care. Bye-bye.